And speaking of meeting in the middle, ladies and gentlemen, welcome DM Phrank!
Fighting
Ooh, feedback.
out of his office.
Wayne.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Weighing in at a lot less than he did 3 weeks ago.
Hey.
Okay. Let's bring y'all up to speed. Let's get Fredboat in here for some ambiance.
Balls.
Because we've got a couple of things to go through. So last session, all of y'all were in the middle of a couple of things. In particular, we had you all visiting the Wandering Emporium. You had a little bit of an interview with Mahadi, who ended up letting you in with kind of a 50-50 deal where he's holding on to some gold for you guys. You have a couple of tokens that you are keeping track of how much you owe these vendors with. A couple of you signed some contracts basically saying that you're going to pay for everything, otherwise you will have your soul forfeit to the Emporium and Mahadi. You also learned that he directly reports to Asmodeus, and then you made your way in. You had a little encounter with some salamanders at a forge. You got some information as well as some demon ichor from a demon ichor vendor, and you also got a whole bunch of food being made for you as Buru and Gantash are chilling in the tent, the giant kind of dining tent. Yoll is headed back to the bar, whereupon he sees an old friend named Alan, the bartender. And she kind of tucks herself away, back behind the bar when she sees him coming. And then we also had Silas getting snatched up by a big metal-feeling hand across his face, and he was plopped into a chair inside of a small tent. And so, we return to our adventure with that scene having played out. I don't know exactly where we're going to start things up. Maybe... You know what? Does anyone in particular want me to focus on their journey first?
I don't quite remember where Buru and I are. We haven't gotten the food yet, so we're still waiting anyways, right?
You're basically just waiting on the food. Which, I mean, you've been waiting a little bit now anyways, or at least Buru has. So, it's probably right around the corner.
I don't think Buru and I have anything like... You know, if the other two want a little fill while they think about what they're... Because Yoll and Silas have a little bit more sauce to work with than Buru. And so, you know, I'll leave it up to...
Okay. I've been thinking all day.
Yeah, so...
Buru does still want to do something at the bazaar, but that's totally fine.
You should.
Well, in that case, for you two, I think out of Yoll and Silas, I'll probably jump to Silas first, because I told him yesterday who it was that took him, so he had some time to think about what he was gonna, think about.
The Taliban.
Okay.
Okay. On the FBI watch list now.
So, I am gonna jump over to our little thing here, and I'll stick you guys all in the tent too, so you can just take a look.
A little.
All right.
Hey Frank, you know what's really cool?
What?
I learned that when you right click on scenes, you can preload them. So while you were talking, you could like have loaded the whole scene already.
Oh.
And then you would have just like swapped to it. You see the button, like the right click on it to preload?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It could help you and your internet out.
Okay, so to basically recap what I had written to Mr. Lemon.
Simo knows.
Lemon, you get grabbed up, dragged by your face, pulled a couple of feet into the opening of this tent, which is immediately shut behind you. You're plopped down into a hard-feeling chair. When the hand is removed from your face, It's placed on your shoulder. Another hand is placed on your other shoulder, and you see two very heavily armored guards. One of them looking quite battle scarred, standing to your left. There's a candle in the center of the room that illuminates. That is the only illumination in the entire room. And then standing across from you, with guards standing in front of him, also sitting on a chair, is Thirstwell Vanthemper from back in Baldur's Gate. And he very quickly, as the hand is placed on your shoulder, leans forward and says to you, "Do you understand why you're sitting in this tent right now?"
Pretty good idea.
Last I saw you, I thought that we had an understanding, that we were friends, that must keep each other as friends.
Last time I saw you, I recall that we let you live. We spared your life.
Yes. And you did so to save a certain horror from striking across Baldur's Gate. And so I was of value to you.
Well, maybe not to me, but I'm sure they could have found their way.
Well, you've certainly found some value out of me now, haven't you? Just you and that other one.
I mean, it's the least, you could do, considering your family made this mess. So I just put it on your tab.
I'm sure you know by now that this mess is not really a concern of mine. So... Oh, his wife's calling him. Oh, no.
It was my bank. It's okay.
So...
Same thing, right?
I have to ask. That's actually really funny. How will you be paying?
Like I said, I think you kind of owe it to us. It wasn't that much. You're wealthy. I mean, your family owns Baldur's Gate. What is a couple thousand gold to you? And I mean, we saved your city. We took the shield away, and we dealt with your problems. Just to be friends.
He kind of, like, twists his neck a little bit and drags his hand across his face. You feel a kind of, almost like a tickle, but it, like, swipes across the back of your neck. Like a gentle, almost like a cloth swiping across the back of your neck. Go ahead and give me a perception check real quick. A 6?
Yes, sir.
You notice only that the candle in the room is very distinctly casting the shadow of everyone in the room against the back draping of the tent. You just notice something looks funny about the way the shadows are moving. And while that may be your perspective, it certainly isn't mine. So I'll ask again. How will you or your friends be paying? And the guards on either side of you get a nod from Thirstwell, and they reach down to grab your wrists against the armrests of the chair. I'll give you the opportunity to resist if you choose to do so.
Sure.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw to kind of pull your hands away from them grabbing you.
Do you have to roll for
Yeah,
this
I
or
rolled.
just me?
I rolled.
Can I switch your roll?
Okay.
Porn roll, baby.
I already know what it is. It's a 3, right?
It's a 3.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
So
gonna make
you
a
have to
saving
roll.
throw. I know.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, here comes a 2.
So they
And
kind of like lazily reach out to grab you, and you just slip your hands back super quick. And as soon as you're pulling back, like you show any sign of resistance, Thirstwell kind of like instantly snaps his fingers, and he reveals something in the room. He reveals a small flock of imps behind him. You can see there are 8 imps floating behind him, which I'll put in place for you so you can kind of see.
Oh yeah, that was one of his things.
Place them where they are. And he just says, as he snaps. But I'll let you do what you want.
What I want.
I mean, we're kind of going second by second here.
Just gonna how much was it again that you're looking for?
Given your attitude, I'm tempted to add interest, but it's only been a few days. 3,000 gold is what you stole from me. You can pay it in gold, or you can pay it in blood or items. It's your choice. Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
You want me to flip to somebody else, or you want to?
Hmm. Yeah, sure. Let's.
Okay,
I have an idea of what I want to do. I just want to think it out.
sure. Let's jump to Yoll. So Yoll, you are approaching the bar. I'll bring you guys back into. Did that work? Nice. Oh, preload, hey baby. So I'll jump you back to you were approaching the bar, and you saw Alan kind of gathering some of the steins, and she clearly peeked out to see you. And given your new fantastic eyesight, you clearly like spot her out, even though she like almost instantly ducks down, and then you just see the kind of waving of the curtain that enters into the back behind the bar.
I'm not at the bar yet. No.
You make your way up to the bar.
Okay. Is there anyone else behind the bar, or is no? Like the old bartender is gone?
Yeah, nobody's there now. It looks like she probably should have been, but she ducked away.
I'll just sit down at the bar, plunk the mug down like louder than necessary, and be like, I'm here to bring back my mug.
And the other patrons of the bar just kind of like look down over at you, just kind of look you up and down.
Are any of them the same ones that were there when I was here earlier?
There is a winged devil that looks similar. He looks like he's been drinking the whole time, but the two that surround him kind of took off. There is a new dwarf that's replaced one of them, though.
I'll just look over and, like, not subtly, very loudly, be like, well, the last guy said that I had to bring the mug back, otherwise he'd be really mad. So I'm just here to try to bring the mug back.
Give me a persuasion check with that.
Foundry's running a little bit slow on my laptop.
Fair enough.
Oh no.
And you just hear this, like, very clearly faked, like, gruff female voice come out from behind the curtain. Just leave it on the count of the table.
But what if I wanted a refill?
No free refills.
I wasn't asking for it for free. Seems like a weird place to turn down business.
And the devil that's sitting there just kind of like, you can see his like eyes are a little bit like glazed over. He's like having a hard time keeping both his eyes open. He just goes, just get out here. Give him the beer. What are you doing? I'm gonna report you to Mahadi. And
After the report you to Mahadi thing, I'll put my hand on his shoulder and be like, everything you see here is not necessary. Next spear's on me, yeah? You're not about to see any of what you're about to see.
Deal. And he kind of pulls out his hand to like produce a contract, and and the little like sparkle comes out, and just his arm just flops on the bar. We'll just verbal.
Verbal. And we'll pay it back just now. One for him, please.
and you just see kind of like stubbornly Alan produces herself. She's dressed in like kind of similar to what she was wearing back on Baldur's Gate, but very clearly darkened and dirtied clothes. And she makes her way over, just kind of stares you in the face as she grabs your stein and looks at you for a brief second. She says, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And then she turns around and starts filling your mug, plops it back down half full, and then goes and grabs the other devil's stein, fills it all the way up, plops it in front of him.
I could, should, and will ask you the same question.
Well, they got me. I made a deal, and instead of killing me and ripping my soul from my body, they thought it would be useful to stick me here.
Okay. What? That feels lucky. All things considered, I guess.
You think being in literal fucking hell and being signed away for eternity is lucky? You think when I die, my soul just goes back to where it's supposed to? They're just gonna put me in some fucking devil form. No offense. She like looks over to the devil. And I'll just be serving as a fucking imp or something.
Yeah, maybe. You look like shit.
Fuck you.
You didn't even miss me a little?
You know, I don't know why you're here, but now I have embarrassment to add to this horror show.
I'm not the most handsome fella, but I wouldn't say you should be embarrassed to be seen with me.
Okay, that was a good one.
And that's a get got. Let's do one of those in there.
So, what actually are you doing here?
Well, something pretty stupid. Not as stupid as what you did. That's way stupider. But still pretty stupid. I'm trying to save Elturel.
That... Have you seen it?
Yeah, looks like shit.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be overrun and the whole city ripped apart and dragged into the river Styx or smashed onto the ground of Avernus. Take your pick. So what are you gonna do? Take over hell? Cut the chains with your claws?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know, really at all. But we're figuring it out. It's not like it's just me. Gantash is here too. You remember him? Old guy, cranky. Would only ever drink tea.
Yeah. I don't know about all that. I think you should go back home.
Yeah, see, so here's the thing. If we don't save Elturel, then slowly but surely all of the major cities in the material plane will be sucked to hell because of various different contracts that corrupt leaders are going to inevitably sign, and then the entire world will just be the worst. So, kind of cutting off the head of the Hydra at the source is kind of the idea here, I think.
Okay. And what about me?
What about you? Great to see you.
Well, you're gonna save a whole city.
Yeah?
I'm only one person.
Okay, well, you haven't given me any details. And frankly, I'm pretty tired of prying details of contracts from people. I've kind of got a lot of that going on.
It's simple. The bar was failing. I took a deal. Some little red imp found its way back behind the bar and convinced me that he could save my whole operation for years. And technically he did. And all I had to do was sign my soul away.
Okay.
And that bar is me. So I took it. And then, well, let's just say there were some details that I wasn't aware of. And I broke the contract. I stepped 1 foot out of that bar, and that was against the terms. So they came up right away and got me.
Huh. Okay. So who was the other name on the contract? Obviously, the imp is not giving you all the money you need to run your joint.
Well, it was just him. You see, I've learned in the few days being down here, there's a hierarchy. And they each get a certain amount that they're allowed to put into their contracts. And he maxed his out just for me.
Must have a crush on you.
Yeah. Turns out he's not an imp anymore. He moved his way up the ranks. He needed one more soul. Now he's walking around as some other abomination.
So, okay. I'm not entirely... I've not signed one of these. They seem all the rage. My friends all have one. I'm thinking I might get a couple just for whimsy's sake. As I understand it, if the contract holder is not alive, the contract is void. Is that correct?
Unless the terms say otherwise, which a lot of times they do.
Okay. Do you happen to have a copy of your contract? And I don't know, maybe a pair of glasses and something stronger than whatever's in this cup?
Nope. I don't get access to that. And I also realize what you're asking here. You're saying if I killed that imp, would my contract be voided?
I'm not suggesting you do anything like that.
If the imp died. That would only work if the imp died in hell. Then, it seems like, yeah.
Interesting. It's not an imp anymore, you said. Some
It's not an
other
imp.
fucking ugly thing.
That's right.
Is it one of the ones with the beards? Those guys are bastards.
I think so, actually.
Huh.
Purple, walks on 2 legs now.
Did he have a name?
Yeah. It's Croth.
Ooh, that is not a pretty name.
Yeah. And you can see just the shame like slowly seeping over her face as the conversation drags on. Look, they're going to... And she kind of like looks behind over your shoulder. They're gonna come and talk to me if I keep doing this. So... Just, if you're getting that whole city back, maybe you can figure out a way to get me out of here too.
You owe me one.
Not yet, but I will.
Fine here.
And she kind of just looks in the stein of the devil's cup and looks at the dwarf, and she just kind of like takes a deep breath and puts on a fake smile and goes, "You guys want some more?" And she like looks back to you. I've only been here a few days. I don't know what else I can tell you. Elturel is falling. Either those demons are going to get it in the river, or the devils are going to drag it right down to the ground, and it'll be totally overwhelmed. Take your pick. Good luck fixing that situation.
Fair. Don't hide from me next time. Can't imagine you have a lot of friends down here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I will take that moment to jump over to our other crew in the dining tent. You've ordered a bunch of food, and I'll say you guys have been in there a little bit anyways. Buru, you kind of waited outside the tent, you waited inside the tent, and you just see these coming out from clearly the kitchen area that's sealed off behind this kind of like flowing linen drapery. You just see this like another one of those kind of regal looking elves just hauling this burlap bag out, and it just kind of plops it down on the other side of the linen, grabs another one, and then a third, and then a tray with another meal, and then kind of grabs them all and starts making his way over in your direction. Who had the single meal?
Yeah.
And he hands it to you, and despite the terminology on the menu, it actually looks and smells quite delicious. Still kind of got bubbles coming out of the oils on the plate. And the remaining 3 burlap bags, and he just goes, and I suppose for you, sir. And he hands
Yep,
them.
all for me.
It's not necessarily heavy, but it is definitely a lot of food.
Now, are you gonna tell me I'm able to put this in my bag, or do I have to hold this all?
I would say you can probably slip 2 of the 3. The other one you'll have to just like, you could probably just like hook it on a sword or something if you've got one of those slung to your back, or like a spear or something. If you want to do it like the kids that run away from home with the stick over the back.
Actually, I'll just hold it in my hands, all of it.
Okay. It's not terribly heavy, and you are a Minotaur, so you get by.
All right. Well, Gantash. I didn't know you. Wait, who is this for again? I thought you were gonna eat this. These sliders.
Actually, why don't you come with me? I want to show you something.
This can't be good. You're never here for fun. I'll just follow him with all this food.
I'll take him to the blacksmith.
Okay. And they are working away, but the one that you were dealing with sees you coming and slinks his way up to the front counter and graciously awaits your offering.
As agreed.
Delicious choice. And he kind of slides the plate over. And he actually just kind of like sniffs it and then stashes it beneath the counter.
Do you mind showing my friend here some of those pendants again?
Of course. And he reaches down beside the counter. Doesn't bring up the whole box, just you see him opening it up and he just pulls out the remaining pendants. Brings them over. And you've got the three, the one, you've got the Black Widow for the symbol of Lolth. You've got a trident, which is the symbol of Procan. And then you have the reindeer with antlers, which is the symbol of the Emerald Enclave.
Oh, that's not the... But that's the same symbol on...
Same symbol in Tarkon's castle.
Yeah, and I'll just point to that one. I'll be... Isn't that interesting?
So this, if you don't recall, Trieu, there was a banner in Tarkon's castle. Yeah. You can go ahead and give me a history check, by the way, because I don't actually know that you saw that, but there is some other stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you doesn't really ring a bell.
And what do these pendants do? Why am I looking at this?
Well... This one... The deer one... I was hanging in Tarkon's castle. It's just strange to find it here. The other two aren't of relevance to me. Actually, I got this one. And it's like a... I'll just flash my, like, gold amulet of Torm.
Huh. Maybe I should get something. I don't think I want anything around my neck again, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't blame you. Actually, you know what happened outside? When I was talking to Mahadi alone, I reached for our old friend to see what would happen. And Mahadi slapped me.
Well, me and you both know who may be haunting that thing. And directly, you know, making him appear in let's call it Hell's Kitchen. You know, it would probably piss off a lot of people. Like, they might think we're like agents of demons or something. So, I can see why he would slap that out of you.
Just surprising.
But, good thing they know you're a holy man. That thing is not to be messed with. Maybe you do it on the way out.
Yeah.
The salamander, actually, kind of sitting across the counter from you. You see him kind of pique his interest as you are discussing this, and he kind of can't help himself. He chimes in. Mahadi slapped you. Mahadi doesn't slap anyone. What were you trying to do?
Oh, they're just old friends. Mind your business.
Well, by the looks of things,
You can see he's old, right? Old friends.
sorry, I thought I could help.
Help how?
With what?
Don't think I didn't see what you're wearing. It has a curse?
Yes.
We deal with a lot of magic items here. And we can break them.
Ooh.
I am going to be quite honest with you. If you could break this, that would be the most impressive thing I've seen in my lifetime.
There hasn't been anything we haven't been able to break.
And what is your name?
Actually, give me 1 second. I do have it.
Okay, give me 1 second. How are you gonna break this thing?
I should have had it up. That's my fault. Oops.
I put in my notes, salamander who claims he can break these cuffs.
I can break these cuffs. Sir, you can't break those cuffs. Gantash just starts like...
He just changes colors,
Yeah.
different camouflage.
He's just leaning on the counter of the blacksmith with his hands behind his back. He's like...
He goes, you can call me Skids.
Skids.
Well, Skids. How much would breaking this cost?
Make you a trade, because I think you're running out of money. I'll give you the means to break it. And he kind of holds up a finger and slides his way over towards the forge, and you see him pull off these like orange glowing, they basically look like bolt cutters, but they've got like just like gnarled tips to them that come to this single point with two blades that perfectly align with one another. And he slinks that back over and he places it on the counter. You can see it's like got this like very slow pulsing glow to them. For the helmet.
What?
If it was a gold cost, how much would it be?
You see, we use these, and we'd have to make another pair, which could take a month. So 2,000.
A month to you, but a one-of-a-kind item to us. That won't do.
I'll think about it, Skids.
You let us know when you find a holy old man and a big Minotaur, you know, walking around into your neck of the woods. Thanks, Skids.
Time. And he slides the gold pendants down the counter. I assume you're done with these?
Yep, actually, what do you have to... I'm interested in buying something. Or to trade.
Of course.
And my occupation, I am a fighter. Do you have anything that would interest me?
Let me think about that. I have... Well, are you looking high-end? Or basic weaponry? Armor? Or...
Let's do armor.
Well, I have anything that you could desire. We've made it all.
Anything better than my chainmail?
Oh, don't be silly, of course. And he just kind of slides over, grabs basically a handle on this entire armor rack, and he just slides it up closer so you can take a look at it. And he literally has every type of armor there. Shields, armor, plate mail. He's got it all.
Anything magical?
Well, I thought you'd be interested in something like that. He says you're looking for protection, so... And he pulls from the armor rack a single ring. He says, I have this ring. Protection. I also have, and he kind of pulls from behind the rack, this like really, there's like no sheen to it. It's just this like dull gray and black armor. And you immediately already recognize it as an adamantine armor.
Ooh. That sounds very tempting, but there is a penalty to that. How much for the dark-looking armor?
For you? New friends? 1,200.
What if I interest you some items, of course?
Let's see.
Boy, do I actually get rid of this?
And it's a full plate mail, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll say, so at this point too, Yoll, were you planning on sticking around the bar a bit longer?
Depends on how much time had passed. Because I was about 30 minutes from getting my boots. So I was thinking time might have passed to the point where I might have wandered off to get boots, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say definitely enough time has passed for that, because you made a couple of stops.
Then yeah, I'd be wandering off back towards the blacksmith.
Okay. So I'll say you kind of catch up at this point in the conversation with the other two as well. And actually, at this too, you guys will see Yoll coming. Can I get all three of you to make a perception check?
Yeah. 24.
16.
Yeah.
My eyes
Okay.
are closed.
So Yoll, as you make your way across the Emporium, you just kind of like, you see your two friends. They're only about 100 feet away. You make your way over to them, and as you're walking, you just kind of take in the sights. You're looking around. You just happen to not see Silas anywhere. He was just there. He just kind of wandered off a little bit. You walked basically right past him. You look around, you just don't see Silas anywhere. Not necessarily alarming, but you just don't see him.
Never mind.
Okay.
For next session.
What's that?
Said I'll keep that in mind for next session.
Okay. Okay, so you make your way up, and they are in the middle of this. So Buru, I'll come back to you. So he said he might be interested in some trades, and you'll kind of approach us at the same time.
I have 9 gold masks, cultist masks. I have some. Why does it say news? I have. Wait, ignore that. But I have 2 of these blue moonstones and a ring. Starting off my adventure from someone named Deadeye.
As you're kind of plopping these things out, give me a persuasion check.
Oh fuck.
As he puts the ring down,
Mhm.
I just want to like subtly and kind of quietly, but loud enough that they can definitely hear. Go, oh, you're not going to get rid of that, are you?
I'll give you advantage on it for that. Okay. Okay. He goes. An interesting assortment. I could break these down. And he points at the masks and he looks at the moonstones. I could certainly use those.
From the mortal plane.
This will bring your costs down. Let's call it an even 500.
500. And all this for the armor?
That's right.
You have yourself a deal.
Excellent. And he slides everything over to himself. And he brings you the plate mail. And he gives you a coin, a little wooden chip that says 500 on it.
Oh, right. Okay,
I'm hoping you guys are all tracking this for yourself.
I am.
I realized I am tracking it, but it's on my PC at home, so I don't actually know how much I owe.
That's okay. I'll be able to recap it up pretty well. Okay. So you get this armor, which I will say it comes to you basically like he describes the magical properties. So you can, I believe it's going to be in the compendium. So what it does is it's going to bring your AC without the shield, so just your flat AC.
Is it plate armor?
It's plate armor and it's adamantine. So the two things it's going to do for you, first of all, you need 15 strength to even wear it. You get disadvantage on stealth checks. It brings your AC to 18 without the shield, and your any crit against you is not a crit. You can't be crit.
Do I have to attune to this, or can I just wear this now?
You do need to attune to it.
Fuck.
Are you sure?
I believe so. Just 1 second. No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't.
Attune not required. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Equipped, and I am proficient. What does this do?
You said this is plate armor, right?
Wait.
That is a fucking doozy, dude.
Big boy.
Alright. And crits aren't... Okay, sorry, what do crits do? I just need to...
These are just regular hits.
Nice.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
Alright.
really insane.
Would you like my old armor? I don't need it. I'm just gonna put it on the ground.
I'll take it.
Alright.
He slinks over and grabs it. He says, you're back for the boots, I take it?
Yeah.
A fine deal. And he rushes back and grabs the boots for you. They look a little bit weird because they were clearly like chewed open and like forged back together on the back. But he hands them to you, and on closer inspection, they're like really, really well built. There is no sole to them, but they do fit and kind of clamp around your foot really, really nicely. So these bad boys are going to jack up your AC by dose.
It's excellent. Fantastic news.
So you're gonna have to custom item that one.
Yeah, will do. Thank you very much. Your craftsmanship is better than I might have expected. I'll give him a little wink.
And he just kind of bows. It's what we do. I appreciate the compliment. And he just turns to you, Gantash, and he just says, any other gold or magic for yourself? You seem to be my best customers.
I did have a question.
Of course.
The assortment of pendants you have, they represent varying gods. I'm just curious if you'd be willing to share how you came across these pendants.
Just like everything we get. It comes by way of fallen soldiers or trades from the material plane. In particular, this one, and he points to the Lolth amulet, was brought in by a group of elves. This one, and he points to the Procan one, there was a dead boy next to the ocean, and we plucked it from him. This one, where did that one come from? There was an old man, said he was retiring it.
What about this one? And I'll move my robe to the side and show one that I'm now wearing that I purchased.
That one was ridden in on a glorious flying steed, and its owner was slain in glorious death. And we plucked it off of him too, which wasn't hard without a head to keep it in place.
Where was the battle?
Was where your flying city is now. Those arrogant humans and elves and dwarves, when they flew in, they didn't last very long. And so it's been here for quite a while.
Thank you for sharing. Stories have piqued my interest, but I've got more than I need.
And he bows.
Enjoy your meal.
I shall. I almost forgot. And he reaches down and grabs it, and he just kind of like slinks his way over and almost like taunting the other two, is like just eating it, and they just kind of like scowl at him as they continue working away at the forge.
No, Gantash, you know who might have loved that story? Silas.
Yes?
Which brings us to... I'm going to snap over to him for a little bit. He's been chilling.
Okay.
Which brings us to Silas. So Silas.
Yes, sir.
You've been posed with quite a position. So what would you like to do at this point? Have you thought it through?
I want to switch up the music.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Silas about to do something.
Okay.
Oh, Silas really about to do something.
Can you imagine if that's all he did during...
He just prepped the music.
He just
I
like...
did. I did. No, that's not all I did. All right, Thirstwell. You want your money? I'll give you your money. And I'll reach into my pocket and I'm gonna pull out the soul coin and I'm gonna toss it on the ground in front of me. And I'm gonna keep rustling in my my robe. And as I'm rustling my robe, I want to try and mask it underneath the jingling of coins, but I'm going to cast a spell.
Is this like your funeral music? Is this why you chose this music?
No.
Okay. So
God,
tell
it
me what
is.
spell you want to cast, and I might have you make a sleight of hand check depending on what this is.
It's my all-time favorite spell.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh boy.
What a perfect time to use it.
And yeah,
Oh
Okay.
God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
So there's a verbal component to this.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm jingling around and trying. You know what? I want it to make it sound like I'm insulting him in a different language, like, like under my breath, I'm just like, fine, you win,
I'm
throwing the coins out.
I'm gonna give you a go at this.
Yep.
You are gonna have to clear an 18 to get this through without him noticing. So give me a performance check to try to slide this one out without.
I don't know if I can beat perform. Can I do anything without him noticing?
I mean, you can still cast the spell. It's just a
I see.
matter of whether or
If
not.
he notices or not.
Yeah. If you're trying to mask what you're saying.
Well, he can't understand what I'm saying.
Right.
It's just foul words. But
But
that's
you're-
why I was like,
I know.
yeah.
Okay. So you jingle around in your pocket and you just like you start saying like you're trying to hide it. You can see him like lean in like questioningly and his eyes widen and you just think to yourself, fuck it, and you just launch the spell out full force. Okay. What's coming? What's
Right.
here?
Right here.
Okay.
Right there. The one that you threw at us the last session.
You want one of those?
I want one of those.
You want the big fat guy?
A fucking monkey thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so let's go grab him. Wish you would have told me that. I could have prepared for this.
I guess I could have told you.
As I'm stressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you stressed, Frank?
Fuck, where is it? Oh, that's why. Okay.
I hope you have a plan beyond doing this, because I gotta be honest, I'm running through permutations of what could happen and none of them are positive.
Okay, there's your friend.
Okay.
You've casted a spell.
Yes.
We're now going to have you roll for initiative. Okay.
Can I also do a bonus action or no?
You know what? Sure. I'll let you get it in. I'll say you just get, it's like a surprise round basically.
Are you putting it right there?
What?
This big guy?
Oh shit. I'm so stupid. No, I'm just
Oh,
I
okay,
needed him out of the way.
I'm gonna cast Misty Step as a bonus action too.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Do I see a door?
No. It's a
Okay.
dark tent.
Then I am
you
going-
know where the door is, but
Yeah.
you know where the door is, but you can't see through the door. I should be specific. So your door is right here, right off to the left side.
I do have. Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna jump over here.
Okay. So things will go.
Oh, let me cast
You
it.
also didn't use your bonus action to say his name.
I know.
So this is going to be an interesting thing. So they each have. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Holy fuck,
You
that's
have a
not
chance,
right.
by the way. You actually have a chance. Where did you get placed? Wow. Okay.
Wow, these.
Okay. So off we go to the races here. Interesting music choice for this. So right off the cuff, you cast your spell. You fucking launch yourself into the distance. Now, keep in mind, this is a tent. It is not like a stone structure. And it's only lit by this one candle. So, right off the cuff, everybody sees this kind of commotion take place, and this imp that was just floating in the air sees you and just jets off towards you. So, 5, 10. Okay. And it immediately races over to you, and it's just going to start wailing away on you, buddy. So it is going to... it's going to try to attack you with its stinger tail, so let's see what happens there. It's a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so he tries to sting out at you, and just like it wraps around your arm, but he doesn't get a good clean hit. The next one, I can't believe this... all these people rolled less than you, is also going to fly out at you, and the demon is actually going to take an opportunity attack at it as it flies away. Just going to try to punch at it for a 17, which is going to hit it. And he does max damage. So this other imp starts flying towards you, and he just smashes it, and it's like a fly swatter hitting a fly. It just goes soaring across the tent, and it dies instantly from that hit.
One.
It's on you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast another spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Wall of Force.
All right.
Now I'm
I've
gonna
seen this
trap.
combo before.
I'm gonna trap as many as I can in with that. So, oh, let's go. Go right
But
there.
you can make it a dome.
Yep.
Can you link the spell, please? You already did.
I did. Yeah.
Good.
The dome can be 10 foot in with radius. With radius up to 10 feet. Radius is...
Half of the diameter.
Oh, so it's 20? No. Right?
Radius is half of the diameter. So it would be 20 feet across.
20?
20.
Are we sure about this?
Radius is half of a diameter.
All right. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. What happens when you drop concentration again? You just don't have any control over it.
I don't have concentration on the demon already because I didn't.
I know.
Yeah, I don't have any control on it. I linked. Did I link it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any control.
Okay. So you're allowed to make that dome?
Yep.
Okay. I believe you. Okay.
And I'm just gonna shout into the wall of force. My debt has been paid.
And they hear through it?
Yep. It's just a wall that no one can go through. And it blocks ethereal travel. It can't be dispelled by dispel magic. Only a disintegrate spell destroys the wall.
Okay. And
It'll
they
last for 10
start
minutes.
they start scrapping. So I mean, it goes down the line with these. I'm not gonna roll through all this. I think that would be a silly use of time. I will make a couple of rolls to see what happens and how things go. Tell me what you would like to do as you watch this basically dome of fighting take place. That is, by the way, you can hear audibly from the outside of the tent that it is drawing attention as there's screams and lashing and pounding. And so I'll say we'll rotate all the way back to your turn through all of this as they're all kind of taking their swings back and forth.
I think I'm just going to stand there right now.
Okay. And over the course of... We're just going to see what happens briefly. Over the course of the next minute, 3 imps and 1 guard end up dying. And the larger guard takes a bite to his shoulder. So he's got some blood trickling down. But outside of that, they all are victorious over this demon.
Okay.
So about a minute passes. They've been just brawling in there. And they all kind of like push themselves up from the ground, like regain their composure, look around. You know, they get a few extra just like stabs into the head of this demon. And they eventually turn their attention towards you. And they like kind of walk up, feeling the edge of this barrier. And they just kind of like stand there. They're like kind of talking to each other in whispered tones, like looking at the ground. You can overhear them talk about like maybe digging under it or trying to figure out what they can do. And after not much longer after that, if you don't do anything, I mean, I would, yeah. You hear people approaching the tent. I'll tell you that.
So what do you think, Thirstwell? Is my debt paid?
What's this one? I think you're a fool.
I don't think so.
A fool for what you took. I just needed a second to...
What did I take?
Fool of a tooth.
You mean an intimidation check? Your debt has not been paid. However, I'm obviously not in a position to demand anything, it seems.
Very bold, though.
It's only you and that Minotaur that I'll be coming for.
I have a lot of people coming for me. You're the least of my worries.
Just understand. You still need me alive if you care for anyone in Baldur's Gate. You also will pay your debt. And it will be 4,000 for this insolence. I have to be honest. I didn't think you had this in you. Otherwise, I would have come much more prepared. You won't be safe down here, and you won't be safe in Baldur's Gate until your debt is cleared.
I want to cast a spell on him. Nothing physical can pass,
Yep.
but I can cast spells that are not physical, right?
Yeah. As long as they don't take concentration.
One.
Did you link as well?
Sorry, I'm just. I'm gonna cast this at him.
Cool.
Ooh.
Intelligence saving throw?
Yeah, he's probably pretty smart.
Can use the bathroom real quick.
Sure. 17.
Do I attack? It says no. Does he
Saving
just
throw.
meets it beats?
Okay. So it's half as much damage.
Yeah.
And the other
Target takes half
effects.
damage and has no effects.
Oh, roll the damage, sorry. Wait. I rolled it, it didn't work. How much is it? 3d6?
3d6.
Yeah.
And after I do that, I'm just gonna say, are you sure that you're in a position to be asking for anything right now?
And you immediately see him drop to his knees and like just gasp. Like hands down on the ground. And like blood pours from his nose. And he just looks up at you, blood coming out of his eyes as well. You all said you understood the consequences. If I die, there's a reason you left me alive.
There's a reason we left you alive. I don't care if you live or die.
You don't care for a single person in Baldur's Gate? Because if I go, they go. Including the refugees. will have no water. No water to drink within days.
You think so highly of yourself. People are very resourceful. They'll find a way if you're gone. And if not, so be it.
He stands up very weakly and walks up to the edge of the wall. And he like kind of feels out for it. He's like shaking. And you look at him and you've really like just ravaged him with that spell. I'm telling you, they might not all die, but some of them will.
It's not my problem.
Then finish it.
Is my debt paid?
No. The estate will collect its dues.
Hmm. How much more time on the wall, by the way? It's 10-minute long.
Yeah, I'll say about half the time. You also see a head poke in, by the way, into the tent. It's like a dwarf just kind of looks in. He like looks at what's going on. He like reaches out, knocks on the wall. Oh, what the fuck is going on? And then he just like turns around and like heads out.
Well, I feel like I've been fair. More fair than you're being right now. You're a wealthy man. This is no burden to you. And we helped you out and got no reward.
Your reward is what I'm offering now.
For me to pay my debt. That's
You pay your debt.
fair. Yeah.
And the people of Baldur's Gate will have water flowing. Drinkable water.
That does nothing for me. Thirstwell. Like I said, let's come to an agreement. Let's go halfway. What do you think about that?
Roll a persuasion check. I'm gonna give you disadvantage, though. Not a super enticing deal.
You just want me to kill him.
No. Just
Persuasion? Disadvantage?
persuasion. And he just spits blood on the ground. You slayed my mother, and I let you walk away.
You do know what she was doing, right? You're so worried about Baldur's Gate, but your mother was trying to send it to hell.
No, she wasn't.
I mean, she was influenced.
She was influenced, and she was going to take another city. Why would she take her own?
Even if she wasn't going to take her own, she took the shield for herself. And you know what that does.
That's right. And it would be deployed. But I have no use for it now.
Yeah, that's just our problem.
Either way, you are a coward, and you are avoiding your debts. I know this won't last forever. And when we get out of here, we will reassemble, and if I don't have payment, 4,000, no less, you won't be safe anywhere you go. That is fair. So you got about a minute left on this thing, by the way. I'm not even gonna roll for it. He just stands there, looking you in the face, and you can see him like kind of grimacing, and his head starts shaking, and he just lays on the ground, just defiantly looking at you. You see what you've done. And just drops. The imps just kind of look at you, and they land and kind of putts towards the back of the wall here, as do the guards. And the kind of captain looking one stands back, just says, "We have no employer now. We've been paid. So don't think it necessary. We'll just walk out the back, and you won't see us again. Certainly not here, and not in Baldur's Gate." And the wall starts to dissipate.
Would you mind telling his estate the debt has been paid?
Give me a persuasion check. The debt's been paid. And they start walking out the door, one by one, single file. And they all clear themselves out. What do you do?
I'm gonna go Go up to him, Thirstwell, and I don't know, search his pockets. Yeah.
You find that he doesn't have a whole ton on him. He's got a like a gold pocket watch, pretty well adorned and just perfectly clean. You also find in one of his pockets, and it's the only other thing you find. It is a, it's like a, looks like a kind of a magical board that has an image, like a picture basically, of his mother and some random guy. Older looking man, gray hair, and very well put together. He looks like royalty.
You said that was in the pocket watch?
That was in a different pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take both.
Okay.
And I'll go walk to pick up the soul coin that I dropped on the ground. And as I'm walking by him, I'll just say, just pathetic, and I'll just pick up the coin and then walk out the tent.
And where do you want to go from there?
Find the group, you know, get a snack, something like that.
When you walk out the tent,
Mm-hmm.
you see a sign on the tent. And you see that there's actually a couple of tents just like it, small. You can hear kind of like giggling and other sorts of noises coming from the other tents. And you just see there's a wooden plaque hanging from the outside of your tent that just says, private, do not disturb. And then a signature beneath it that just says Mahadi.
Okay.
You also see that on the other tents, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way back to the group. They've just kind of finished their business, and Yoll, as you're saying, you know, hey, or you were saying the thing about Silas, basically, gave us that beautiful little transition. You see him kind of brushing himself off and appears from behind a tent.
Should I go back to the good music?
Yeah. So you all, by the way, see him coming.
Casually pretend like we don't know that happened.
Yeah. I told you I chose violence today, Frank.
You did.
Did tell you.
So what would anyone like to do? If anyone wants to take the lead.
I saw Simo's disappointment when I was doing it as Gantash. He's like, no. How
Uh,
I'll
could
at the
you?
very least beckon him over.
Okay.
I mean, I was just saying that Silas would love the story that Gantash was just hearing.
You guys make out? You guys make out with anything? Anything good?
I've been making out all day, but
Yeah, I got a little something. And I'll show the storm amulet and I'll say, also found out that it can cost me 2,000 gold to remove the thumb.
Wait, what?
That's what Skid said.
Are you planning on doing that?
It's that or he wants my form helmet.
Okay, that seems like a terrible idea. Is it just me, or does it seem like a very good idea to scrounge up 2,000 gold? I just sold one of our vehicles for scrap for like 800.
I roughly have like 1,400.
Before getting here, I had like 150. How do you guys have all this fucking money?
I know this endeavor's for me, but I can pitch in only about 100.
It's not just for you, it's for all of us. Like, that thing is obviously a massive pain in the ass.
Well, if you include the 500 I put in, it's 1,700. 1,600, I can't do math. Gold.
I will happily donate the proceeds of our tormentor to the removal of
Now, let's think about this.
thing.
Do we just nonchalant remove the curse from this thumb?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how they're so confident that they can just do that.
Yeah, and I think it would cause problems here in Avernus. Good or bad, but I don't know.
I don't think that would be of our concern.
More demons? Sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know how we expect to get this thumb off anyways. If they could do it.
Do you think it'd be a waste of 2,000 then? A failed attempt?
We could
If
demand.
they can't do it,
They shouldn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
I'm
see.
not paying them a fucking penny. Copper, I said.
It's up to you, Gantash.
I mean, come on, Buru. You know what it's like to have that.
It is, to be honest, the burden on all of us. And I would agree to take this attempt.
My only question is, what do they do with it afterwards? Because I'm not entirely comfortable with them selling my thumb without me getting a cut.
I don't want to decide how you all spend your gold, but I would greatly appreciate it.
How about let's go talk to Skids all together and ask our questions.
I think we're in the blacksmith, aren't we?
Yeah, you're basically like, you took like 5 steps away.
Hey, Skids! Get over here. We have more questions about the curse removal.
Oh, of course. And he slides his way up. My best customers, you have a friend.
Now, no matter what's inside, whatever the curse is, you're guaranteeing the removal. Or the, exorcism.
These will break any cursed item, so long as they were not put there by a god.
Well,
Well-
we're not gods.
Okay, so let's say that you try. and you fail because it was put there by a god.
Oh, wait a minute. And I'm just gonna put the food down and take out the shield. What about this guy?
Is that also cursed?
Yes. Sort of. You have a look. Don't be shy. He might set you on fire.
He kind of looks it over. And it looks like he's like hearing something in his head and he just... This one is a little special. And in fact, it may very well have been put there by a god. It doesn't know.
Oh. Okay. Thanks for the information.
How's about this? If it doesn't work, I'll give you half your money back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
If it doesn't work,
For the thumb? If it doesn't work, we don't pay a penny.
Well, let me ask this, because Mahadi seems to be concerned about it. What is wrong with that?
Well, when it is held by the wearer, a visual of Baphomet appears.
You have a demon lord in a thumb.
Yep.
my thumb.
Not anybody's thumb.
And
it's
you're
his.
not willing to pay 2,000 gold. Even for an attempt. Well, I can tell you this. If a god did not put him there, then these will work. But I will give you a caveat. If you buy this, you sign a very simple contract that you will not be opening that can of worms anywhere near the Emporium. So 2,000 gold, and you sign a very straightforward contract.
Wait, are you saying this curse you remove, we're able to take out whatever's inside the thumb? I thought you're
It will break the item,
Oh.
freeing whatever's inside.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe
What will you do with
Yeah, what-
Baphomet?
he doesn't want us to free it here.
He's going to give us the
spell?
no, the item that breaks.
Oh,
And we need to go away from here and break the item. And upon breaking the item he gives us will break as well. The 2,000 gold is to replace these cutters. Am I understanding that correctly, Skids?
You've understood it very well indeed.
Please give us a moment to.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shoo him away.
Uh,
Little salamander. Okay, wait a minute. Let's think about this.
I can't be the only person who happens to think that a rogue Baphomet might be useful when trying to take down Zariel, right?
Yeah, exactly what I thought. Plus, potentially some angel inside the companion as well.
That's a much better diversion than saying, look over there.
2,000?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think we were idiots if we leave without this.
I think we buy it. no hesitation at this point.
Who's signing the contract?
Nope. No thumbs. Can't write.
Really? No, I can't. I have too much risk. I die if I leave the plane. Who knows what happens? Takes me to abyssal plane. Nope, no thanks. I die instantly, and I gotta deal with the devil inside my head.
Silas will sign it. Right?
I mean, come on, Gantash. The power to control a demon lord.
You just come on, Gantash, a holy man of Torm.
Yeah.
The sign. The
Wait.
complete
Whoever
opposite.
said anything about us having control?
It's like, what those kids in Baldur's Gate talk about? That weird play that they throw things and catch animals with, and you just unleash them. It's like that, except it's a demon lord.
What is the contract?
Can't use
All
the
the
cutters
contract
near the
says
Emporium.
is use the cutters far away.
Are you asking Skids?
That seems reasonable. No, I was asking the group. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll sign it.
Attaboy. Let me see if I can talk him down a bit.
Now hold on. What about the rods and his other contracts?
Who cares?
Come on. What if he dies?
Then contracts are void. What do you want? Like, what do you? That's at best. I mean, no offense, Silas, but that's kind of best case scenario here.
At this point, it seems like it is.
God, it's like we're smuggling plutonium and we're gonna turn into a terrorist group.
You're like just your soul is this like ragged used Kleenex.
Oh man.
Got these devilish bolt cutters.
Yoll and
Triggers
Gantash
a
are these,
nuke.
like, solid buildings.
I'm gonna start handing over my wealth to Gantash.
Your wealth. How much are you handing over?
I'm handing over. You ready, Simo?
Uh-oh.
You ready? 9 amethysts. Jesus.
Okay.
That are worth 100 gold apiece.
Excuse
I don't
me.
even remember where
what?
you got those.
I don't remember either, but
Probably stole them.
oh, it's probably from the Vanthampur village or the
Okay.
villa. I think. I don't know. I gave one away to when we met Mad Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give
Oh
you
yeah, it was.
22 platinum, 135 gold, 473 silver, and 1380 copper.
Okay. We
Um,
can split the costs between us.
No, I know. We can.
You don't
I'm
have
just-
to just dump all of your money on this old man.
He's still not gonna sign it.
Oh, I gotta mute. I'm so excited.
And also, I'm gonna hold the soul coin out in the palm of my hand, and see if Gantash
Ignoring the
takes it.
screams,
Yeah.
Well, as you start rummaging through your bag and start
Oh.
pulling things out, I don't think we need all that much, Silas. That's some from Yoll, some from me, some from you. You don't need to give me everything.
Well, how much do you need?
Well, Yoll, you said 800 for the tormentor, right?
800.
Or 100 for me, it's 900. So we just need 1100.
900 from your fancy rocks.
Yep.
But just 200 from Buru. Fork it over, kiddo.
This will be added to the tab anyways, but we know we have it. So let's get it over with and grab the item.
And I'll just see Silas's hand out like this as Buru says that, and I'll just reach underneath and close his fingers and push his hand away.
Get cash for the gems while we're inside. They may not hold their value outside this place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get to know about what we're trading here.
Okay, so what in total are you handing over here?
Actually, I'm gonna throw in, what's the description on this?
Well, we're not.
I don't know what the value of this, but I have
Right.
2 gold necklaces as well. I'm gonna throw that in.
Okay, so I'll say that that'll deduct it by 100 gold total. So, what items are you going to be exchanging?
Sounds like 2 gold necklaces and
9 amethysts.
Okay, so that's 1,000.
Okay, delete that from my inventory. What else can we do here?
And then I have the gold
imp-
from the Tormentor.
The gold from the Tormentor?
Oh, that's separate. I think
you-
you just have
that's
that gold on you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're just gonna exchange items first. So just 1,000 out the gate.
1,000 at the gate, okay. So you approach him with the items, and he says, This is half? You want You want it, after all?
Yep. Is there anything we should know? You know, after signing this contract, and explain how to use the item to all of us clearly.
You're going to have to really put your back into using these. And when you do, just be ready. I know of Baphomet, and I hope that I never meet him. In fact, and then he kind of, he actually waves over somebody from this like small corner tent, and it's this just like really, just like kind of blobby looking fiend. It's got little devil wings, and he's like kind of green and gray looking, and he's got this basically just this vest on, and he comes over and he just goes, a contract. And Skids nods his head, whoosh, and he whips it out. And then you see Skids just kind of grabs this like pen that was generated with the contract and starts scribbling down. And it's very simple. The terms of the contract are super straightforward. Of course, your end of the bargain is that if the item is used anywhere within 10 miles of the Wandering Emporium, or within the next 24 hours by anyone, your soul is forfeit to Mahadi.
Do it.
Okay. Just dip it in the toilet and just
Has some stains on it already.
and he kind of rolls up the contract and passes it back to the devil, who just kind of like slugs his way over back to his tent. And he also hands you a chip, a wooden chip that says 1,000 on it. So you get he keeps the contract, he keeps the items, you get the basically the shears or the like bolt cutter looking item, and then you also get the chip.
So this 1,000 chip that he gave us is a debt we have to pay when
Yeah.
we walk out.
Yeah.
But we were only going to pay it if it works.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, sorry. Isn't that what we established,
Yes,
or
and
no?
we've effectively been all but guaranteed that it will work.
Okay. Then no, never mind.
If the only way it doesn't work is by
If it was put in there by a god.
by a god,
Yeah.
we know that
We are gods.
Did not have the items, the curse put on it by a god,
Okay.
probably. And if it doesn't work, then there's a new wrinkle in our group lore.
Sign first, ask questions later. I like it.
Well, I mean, that
Yeah,
seems to be Silas's MO.
Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah. You guys find anything else interesting?
Yes.
Yeah, what did you find?
Salamander had some interesting pendants. One of spider representing Lolth. Another representing God of the Ocean, Procan. The last one, deer had seen on Lemon.
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 And they also had very interesting stories. They're about 300 gold pendant.
Are you wanting these necklaces?
Particularly, I have no use for them, but I think it'd be... Just had an idea that maybe it would be nice if we ever see them again in the castle. Get the necklace as a gift of our appreciation.
Or having saved the material plane from utter destruction is probably a gift enough. But that's very kind of you.
I'm gonna hand Gantash a robe of useful items and just see what you can get from this. Maybe it can buy your maybe you can pawn it off to buy that necklace.
Really?
It has no more mystery pockets. It does have a couple of items in there. Might be useful.
Just make it a robe.
Yeah, some items.
A robe of items. Whole point.
With items in it.
That's just pockets. Robe featuring pockets.
They're magic pockets.
I'll grab the robe and say, thank you, Silas. I owe you a lot. And I'll turn to the blacksmith counter and I'll put the robe on the counter.
Another trade? What's this one for?
The deer pendant.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh. That's a dirty 20. Suck them toes, ho.
Oh boy.
Oh.
He just kind of looks at you and he just kind of slides it over and just... I can't say I've sold this much in a single day in many years. And he just pulls it out and says, I won't argue.
I knew you were in a good mood after that celestial sauce.
You won't believe what they make it out of.
Oh, really? What is it?
And he just kind of like grins at you. It's a secret.
Hold on. Fuck. Never mind. Can't read his mind. I'll just grab the pendant, turn back to the group.
I can't believe that worked. I wonder what I can get for 8 feet of hempen rope. I'll tie a knot in it and say it's a rope of useful knots.
A rope of useful knots. That would actually be a cool item. You just get all these, like, oh, look at this slip knot. It's like perfect, you know? No more survival checks. You're just tying knots like crazy. Perfect.
I'll ring up wizards for you. Hey guys, I got an idea.
Okay. So
Buru,
you
do
guys. Oh, sorry.
Sir,
you think I could have a word with you in private?
this can't be good.
Jesus.
All right. Lead the way.
I'm gonna walk him to the tent.
Okay.
Is there anyone else? You all vibing? All right, I'll bring him in the tent.
That's not exactly something. Oh, I'm going to show Buru this thing that I did that's definitely relevant. Okay, well, Yoll, do you want another drink, maybe? Or
I was just wondering if you guys were like curious on where I just took him, but
I
no,
mean, yes, but you said talk in private, so
Sure.
off you go.
you're honoring it. I respect it. And I'll just lead him into the tent.
Buru, you are greeted with a distinct smell of fresh death as you see
boy.
some shriveled up imps, Thirstwell having bled out through his face, and a guard dead. Oh, and a demon. Sorry.
Did you do this?
You remember that store we robbed back in Baldur's Gate?
You robbed.
You helped.
You made me a part of it.
I seem to remember you getting on your knees at one point in this store.
Fair enough.
Anyways, Thirstwell came to collect the money that we stole. And I didn't think he deserved it.
You didn't think that he deserved the gold. So you killed him.
Yes.
And why did we leave him alive again?
Why do you think we left him alive?
Let me just search through my brain really quick.
You just
You know.
And,
Oh, wait. Oh, do you not know, like, as
No,
a
he-
player?
He knows. He was there. I know he was there.
yeah.
True, you don't gotta worry about it. I know you know. Whether or not you typed it out.
Okay. Because I forgot. Okay. Well, I guess. How much did he say we owed?
4,000. I thought it was a little steep.
Does anyone know about this?
Just you. And maybe Mahadi, eventually.
You know what's probably gonna happen then, right? Like, if he's dead. Wait a minute. I actually not sure if I agree with him being dead, to be honest.
Well, he's dead.
Then what of Baldur's Gate? We'll have to do something about the head you just cut off in Baldur's Gate. Like, the lower city will suffer, along with everybody else.
I feel like they'll figure it out.
That's what you came up with? I mean, it's too late now.
He presents himself as the only one knowing how to run the sewers when he stays in his villa the entire time and people operate those sewers for him.
Actually, they did have the monopoly on that for a very long time. That's something on our list to do if we do make it back to the mortal plane. You understand?
What?
Make sure. Find out what happens at Baldur's Gate after Thirstfall's dead. That's something we'll have to really think about. Unless you don't care completely, but
Not that I don't care. I just think he was bullshitting.
Well, let's keep it between us, but we now have business back in Baldur's Gate, Silas.
I have a feeling it won't stay between us for long. I just wanted to let you know because it was your debt as well.
Yeah, huh? Your idea, though. You sucked me into it.
Buru, you took the shield from him, which has been a burden this entire time. You got that off of his possession. And now look what you have to do. And we got nothing as payment.
I guess. But like I said, it doesn't matter what he does now. It's just we should probably check. You understand?
We should.
He got what he wanted. He got his reward. You made sure of that. So it doesn't matter. When we get back to the mortal plane, we'll figure it out.
I just wanted to let you know first. If you want to tell the others, you're more than welcome. I just thought you should know first.
I understand. Well,
There you go.
did he have anything cool on him? I can only imagine. A sickly rich guy.
Just a gold pocket watch and what looks like, or a photo of his mother and maybe a photo of his father potentially. A nobleman.
Huh. I guess hold on to that. Maybe it'll be of use. I think was it Amaric? No, Grimlock
Or
was the other. There we go. Maybe he should rule Baldur's Gate. That's something we should seek out. Morlock.
Anyone would be better than Thirstwell.
But that's a quick resolution to what we're discussing. Anyways, let's go back to the group.
So they return. Now I have to ask the crew, what are your thoughts? What do you want to do?
We grab the item.
You have it.
All right. I think we should all rest. I have food for us. I
Can we
think
do
we
that
all.
here? Is there a hotel?
I don't know. We should ask. We should figure it out.
And as though he could hear you from a mile away, Mahadi comes rolling up. Did I hear that you were looking for a place to stay? We have private tents. And he looks at Silas, and he just kind of like winks. I could get you one just for the four of you.
Do I catch that? Do I clock that that wink?
You know what? Give me a perception check.
Nat one. I'm literally looking.
No.
On my I'm like, oh, my hands look really big today.
Just the glint off of your new necklace. Just
Yeah.
Like shines in your eye. So no, you don't catch it. It says, I could give you this one right here, and he points to this like kind of nicely looking on the outside, this kind of like cream-colored tent. Looks more than big enough for all four of you.
How much lodgings?
Oh, I've been hearing that you're great customers, so I'll give you the reduced rate of $5 a head, 20 gold in total.
What's dollars?
Gold. Did I say dollars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, $5 a head. 5 gold. I've been to too many planes lately.
All right.
The roof over your head is expensive up down here.
Yes. Well, where else are they going to take your money? I'll have it set up for you. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and some more of those kind of like butler elves just seem to appear from around a corner, and they bring in all kinds of bedding and things like that. Bring in a lamp as well. And it looks good.
Before we settle in, and as we kind of, as a group, get to our beds or whatever, and we're starting to like kind of get comfortable in the tent, I'd like to cast Sending.
Okay.
To Gideon.
Okay. This is a weird one.
I'm gonna say, I'm not even, should I count this?
Just try to get it out and we'll...
don't know why I'm telling you this. But we're going to free Baphomet out of the thumb.
That's 18.
Somewhere on this plane.
I don't want to see this.
Okay, you got 3 more.
Oh, somewhere.
It's 25, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got 3 more if you want them.
You added this somewhere on this plane?
Yep.
So, yeah.
So yeah. Dude, imagine getting that message and then. So yeah.
My 2 least favorite words in the English language in that order.
Um. You get the words back into your head in Gideon's voice, which I can't remember how it goes off the top of my head. But envision, he says, since you're being so honest, I have a confession. I've been scrying you. I will be there.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
When you do.
What is crying?
Does it mean he's been watching the whole time?
Yo.
He's been effectively patrolling the plane, watching.
You
us
can
doing
see and hear. Oh my
Mm.
god. And at that, like, Gantash just gets a chill down his spine. Like, he just, like, feels very uncomfortable and he starts looking around. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Holy. What a
So, yeah.
I'll just sit there on the bed with a bowl of whatever the first thing that Buru handed to me. Whatever the first thing he handed to me. Just looking at the plate after I sent that message and then looking down at the thumb.
I had 7 sets, right? Let me see. What I have?
And I look over to Silas and I say, if we break this necklace successfully, I got word I'm gonna have additional company. Your favorite will be there.
Favorite.
Like 2 Baphomets?
No. Gideon.
Oh.
Ugh.
I
Wouldn't say he's my favorite.
Yeah, you almost died. Don't really know the guy, you know? So it's like,
It's
if he can help.
It's important to know that he's been scrying us. And while I'm not worried about Gideon, who knows who else could be listening?
Ooh. Hopefully, something bright.
Hopefully nothing, Buru.
True, but the power of the gods don't really shine down here.
Yourself.
Is anyone doing anything particular, or are you all planning on getting the rest in basically ASAP? It does line up pretty nicely, actually, the amount of time that you've spent here and on the road, that it lines up to basically be the end of your, quote unquote day.
After Gantash said that, I want to reply it back.
Mm-hmm.
You may not like the allies you keep, but you have to keep them. And then I'm gonna walk out of the tent, just to go like cruise around because I can't sleep.
You can get a short rest, by the way.
Okay, I'll come back for that.
Okay. Is everybody else kind of curling up, or just so I know, because we're going to be closing the session here, so I just want to know where everybody's head is at, if you're all going to bed or whatever.
Finish my,
If I didn't already, I'm gonna lay out 4 sets or 4 bundles of the food, and
meet my.
so when people wake up, whenever they want, it's all laid out. Coffee, tea, and all that, the whole shebang.
Okay.
Gantash is gonna finish his sturge intestines, and then he's gonna go to bed.
Oh, God. Do they taste like fuck? What's his name?
Go ahead.
Tanner's character.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
it's got a little.
Do they taste like staff?
Bro, I just thought of something not PG for stream. I can't say that, bro. I'm sorry. I'll tell you after stream.
We've said some fucking gnarly shit on this campaign. Like,
I know.
this campaign is not PG.
Okay. So then we'll close roughly there. I'm going to say a couple of things before you shut the stream off, though. So first, I'm going to give everyone inspiration, because I think everybody did separate things that were so very much in character. Very, very good stuff.
Sick.
Uh,
Thanks, Buckaroo.
Should be an
I'm
evil inspiration.
And I just want to clarify before I say this next part. Is everyone going down for a long rest, or do you have other plans for something beforehand?
I had other plans. I'm only going to do a short rest, so.
I'm not terribly concerned about you. I'm
No.
mostly concerned about the other 3.
Kidnap me.
I think I'm probably just going for a long rest.
Okay. Buru?
To return hit die, do you have to do a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get half of them back.
Half of
Yeah,
them.
I gotta do long rest, boys and girls.
So you're gonna go for bed. Gantash?
Can we leave me a little open ended? I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Can you tell me what the idea is? Because I'm actually planning on saying something specifically to you here, so...
Oh. I think I might stay up for just a little bit. I was thinking Gantash might Arcane Eye and explore market.
Okay. I'll say, as you kind of see your 2 compatriots starting to hit the hay, you're contemplating kind of doing this thing. Silas is out. You get a hit of warmth and vibrating coming from the helm. And we'll go ahead and close there. So that's that. Good sesh. Everyone gets your inspiration. Yeah, that's all.
So yeah.
That's it.